Finally, a Pokemon battle. It's been like a bunch of weeks since I've got a Pokemon battle. I've just had like really bad luck with finding any good ones. So yeah, summoning Landorus because I always find a different thing to do at the beginning as per usual. And today it's Landorus. So, I'm gonna catch this thing. I have my Muna with them synchronized with Jolly, so I can see if I can get a decent one. And, I'm just gonna catch it with the Master Ball, because I'm still software setting for a decent Landorus right now to this very day. But, I decided I just show one on screen. Maybe I'll get a good one on screen, and actually didn't, which is not really that surprising. But this one was actually decent though. It had I think 26 attack IVs and like 20 speed, but that's not up to my standards. So Landorus is a thing that's happening. Anyways, we will eventually have a UU battle here, and against a person whose YouTube name that I'm not going to attempt to pronounce because I'm just going to mispronounce it. So we're just going to call her Heather because that's her name. So that's a lot easier for me to say. So yes, battle Underused here because that's my main tier. A little backstory to this battle is Milo was streaming and she asked for a UU battle, and she was all, I'm probably gonna lose, right? So I'm like, okay, fine. I'm not gonna use my main UU team, and I'm not gonna use that new UU team I have with the Maltic. I'm gonna use like my semi-stall team. Like, this is like the worst UU team I have, but it's still a good team. But I decided to use it because I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to go easy. Then I see her team, and I'm like, crap, she has an actual good team. I was expecting not good stuff. Because you got the Fire, Water, Grass, and whatnot. For some reason, 2 water types. What I should have noticed is that there were 2 water types, and it's obvious that either the Empoleon or the Swampert isn't defensive, but leave it to me to not realize that to this day, because I'm not the only person who could run offensive Empoleon, and you other people do it too, but we'll get into that as the battle goes on. You see, I've kind of put a little new twist on my team. I think I changed out Nidoking and Hitmonlee. I think are new members of this team. But yeah, this team is essentially the same as it was before. Nidoking just provides good revenge killing support, and Hitmonlee's Choice Banded, which will provide decent wall breaking of sorts. And since you look at her team, he doesn't have really much resist to fighting other than Victini, which obviously isn't defensive and really can't take an Earth Choice Banded close combat very well. So keeping Hitmonlee alive is going to be important. So that was a little bit of a thing I thought of going into it. Deciding to lead with my Quillfish because it is probably the most important thing that I can just set up my spikes ASAP. Ends up leading a Victini. I'm thinking, okay, this thing may be scarped and may just want to break my sash for the Fusion Bolt. So I decided, you know what, just going to go for the Waterfall just to get some damage on the Victini in case she wants to V-create. I can get a lot of damage with the defense drop. He decides just to U-turn and goes into the Swampert, which is fine because, I get decent damage with the Waterfall. Pretty sure she was going to Stealth Rock here. I was really scared she may have Earthquake, but I really didn't want those rocks up in case she went for it, so I decided to go for the taunt. Thankfully, she does go for the stealth rocks, and that is awesome for me, because now I can just bond it all up into Sizzy, because no one ever sees that coming on Quillfish. She's basically just a version of frickin' Frostlass. It's exactly like Frostlass, except it's not a Frostlass. So, Destiny Bond takes out the thing, and I died to Earthquake, but getting Swampert out of the way was a nice thing, because I can just make sure it doesn't set up rocks for the rest of the match, so that's going to make me very happy for the remainder of this battle. So I'm amused, but she still has that spinner up, so I really can't set up, and setting up spikes wouldn't have been that useful since I saw the Hitmontop, and I'm assuming it's a spinner too, so that's the thing. Going to Ambipom on the double down, because I can fake out whatever comes in. She ends up switching into the Shaman, just going to go for the safe fake out as she switches in the Hitmontop and intimidates me, so it really doesn't do anything, so that's not fun. I just switch out here, not want to take a Mach Punch or a Sucker Punch, so I believe here I go into my, Bronzong, because it's the best thing I had to take a Hitmontop, sadly enough, so she goes for the high jump kick, which is odd, not close combat, that's weird. I guess because she doesn't like the defense drops on the defensive Pokemon, I don't know, but does a decent chunk, still not a 2 KO, which is nice. I can still get my rocks up if I do so desire. I end up just going for them now. She goes for the Sucker Punch. Actually, go for the Toxic here. Okay, that's fine. So I get to weather this thing down a lot, since this thing will be a little bit of a jerk if I can't get a Toxic off, which I just was able to do. So Sucker Punch happens, and this point of battle I wasn't really paying attention much. I was like watching the stream more so than I was watching the battle, so there's going to be some really weird things I remember not seeing. So here I believe I just go for my rocks, predicting her to switch here. I know she has a spin, but if I could just get them up at least temporarily, they'd be nice, and forcing her to spin later would be important because she'll just rack up more damage instead of dealing damage to the rest of my team. Decide to stay in here on the Shaman, figuring that she may be sub-seed, and go for the sub and just go for the Gyro to break the possible sub. Ends up Hidden Power or Icing, maybe predicting Nidoking or something, I don't know, but that was weird. Maybe she just thought it was Fire, I'm not sure. But Gyro does a decent chunk. Decide, I believe, just to go for another one here. No, I go for the Toxic, predicting the switch into something that isn't the Hitmontop, but he goes back in Hitmontop, which makes me sad because, it's already poisoned and whatnot. this point, I'm just going to switch out to my one fighting resist, which is my Nidoking, since I can, for the most part, scare it out. So I'm just going to do that and go to Nidoking. I know I still won't take the high jump kick very well, due to Nidoking is not that great defenses, but it still, you know, takes it to the point where it's not a 2 KO, which is all I really need. So I'm pretty sure I can live a Sucker Punch looking how much damage it is, so I'm just going to go for these, I believe, Sludge Wave, since this is my strongest move on this thing, and yeah, he does switch out into Umbreon to take whatever special hit I have to offer, because Umbreon is just a special monster and whatnot. Sludge Wave does little because this is Choice Scarf Nidoking, not my standard Life Orb one, which I run on that other team I have, but so it does a decent chunk. But you know, Life Orb 1, I miss Life Orb Nidoking, it's just better. I don't really like Choice Scarf, to be honest, but going to Hitmonlee now, knowing I could live any hit he wants to go for, and I'm pretty sure he's just going to set up the Wish, and I could just scare him out with a Close Combat. Was hoping that he wouldn't go into Hitmontop here, that, or I was just hoping that Close Combat may want to kill after Stealth Rocks, but I was really doubtful after the Intimidate that a banded Close Combat would kill, and it doesn't, which makes me really sad here. And this play right here, I really wanted to predict her to go for the spin, but at the same time, I really just didn't want to lose my Hitmonlee at this point, since, like I said, it is kind of important because it threatens a lot of her team, and if I play with it too lustfully, it could really screw me over. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to switch now. She's still poisoned, so she's still going to take a lot of damage next turn. So even if she does spin, which she does end up doing, it's still not that big of a deal. So she does spin, and then, yeah, my rocks are gone, which kind of makes me sad. I still have Bronze on life, so I could maybe set them up if I can get rid of this Hitmontop first. So that is an idea. Gonna go for the Sludge Wave, because I know I'll do a decent chunk to the Hitmontop, and I really just want to get rid of this thing, so, because it's kind of a threat to my team, and, you know, I really just want to get my entry hazards up and make them stay up, so she just high jump kicks me back, and it does the same I would have done last time. Don't want to take a Sucker Punch, and I figured she'd go for it, but she actually doesn't. I mean, maybe she was predicting me to over-predict or something, but I don't know why she didn't go for Sucker Punch there, but either way, Sludge Wave will take all the Hitmontop, and that's huge for me. Goes into Empoleon now. I locked in the Sludge Wave, and I think she realizes at this point, so she's just going to go for the Agility, predicting my switch. And I know at this point that it is a Agility Empoleon, which is awesome, because offensive Empoleons I should see way more in UU. I don't know why defensive one is so possible. So I did a calc before this play, really importantly, and I realized that Surf can't possibly kill me, so I was really certain that Surf wouldn't kill me, and I could just go for the Close Combat to take him out. But she has the Hydro Pump. I did another calc before narrating this, and Hydro Pump has a 75% chance to kill me, and it did, so that really annoys me, because, yeah, that makes me sad that she has the Hydro Pump instead of Surf, because that really came in handy at that turn. So we're going to Nidoking. I know I'm Scarfed, even though if she's +2, I know that Scarfed Nidoking is still faster. I'm going to go for the safe Earth Power, and then she switches into her Shaman. Going to go into Mandibuzz, my special wall, so I can take the Seed Flare pretty nicely. Didn't see the special defense drop there. In fact, I didn't even see what move that Shaman even went for, because, again, I wasn't looking at the time of this match. So I am just going to stay in here. I'm not sure why she switched. I think she would have been better just staying in, because I did get the special. She got the special defense drop, but in any event, I'm going to go for the Toxic, predicting anything but this stupid Empoleon to come in, but it does, and that's just really annoying. And I was really thinking I could live this Life Orb Ice Beam because I'm max special defense, but nope, I just died. My god, offensive Empoleon is just so good, it's just ridiculous. And the fact that Hitmonlee died is going to really make this thing a jerk to take out. So, I'm going to go into Bronzong now, since I know she's probably not going to see the Earthquake coming. I mean, I think it is standard, but at the same time, it's, I don't know, I figured she just go for the damage on my Bronzong and just go for the Hydro, and does a decent chunk. Able to Earthquake it, knew it wouldn't kill, but it still does a decent amount for the point where it only has a few more Life Orb hits left, because this Empoleon is solely the reason. It's taken out like half my guys, I think, at this point. This Empoleon by itself. This is craziness. Gonna go Nidoking now, and I was so certain that an Ice Beam will take it out at that range, but no, it lives. The reason why I went for the Ice Beam is because it pretty much hit all of her team except for the Victini, and I figured if she wanted to maybe save it for later, it would have been the better play, and I was just certain that Ice Beam would have killed, and the whole fact that that had to be locked into a move really annoys me, but yeah, Ice Beam just brings it down to a point where Life Orb will take it out, and then my last is my Ambipom, and she has 3 guys left, so it's pretty much game at this point. Ends up going into her Victini, doesn't want to take a Fake Out, so she goes into her Shaman to take it, doesn't take it as well as she would have liked, and yeah, I'm just gonna go for the U-turn and take it out, but she outspeeds me, which is weird. I guess it's Scarf Rest or something, or maybe, I think I'm Adamant on this thing, so she may be faster if she's running Timid, I'm not sure, but either way, she gets the rest off before I'm able to just U-turn to finish her off, but U-turn's still 2 a KO, so it's really nothing she can really do, so I'm just gonna keep U-turning since it is neutral or super effective on the last 3 or 4 guys. Maybe somehow Ambipom could still pull off the win, even though it's highly unlikely. Here I went for Payback, but I think Victini to come in, and I'm like, why would you switch it to Umbreon, I was going for U-turn. That was so annoying. God. So, I'm just gonna go for the U-turn again now, since, you know, it's my strongest move on this against this Umbreon. I'm not sure if double hit would do more. I don't think it would, but in any event, U-turn was the move that I decided to go for, and there's no just changing it now. She's gonna Toxic to wither me down a bunch. Does she have any? Maybe she doesn't have any attacking moves on this thing. I don't know. I think Payback may have killed me at that rage because Candy is just that frail of a Pokemon. I think one more U-turn is gonna take out the Umbreon, but she still has Victini and her Shaman left, and it's still unlikely that I'll be able to pull off the win at this point, because Palm's pretty much dead, and I'm like, she goes into Victini, I'm like, you're Scarfed, aren't you? And she's like, yeah, Scarfed, and then Brick Break's gonna take out my Palm, and that is going to be a good UU battle, and a pretty awesome battle. I mean, I've been having really trouble finding decent battles in general lately, which is why I decided to use this team, because my other two teams that I've been using have like just been destroying everyone lately, and I just can't find a good battle, and I finally found one, so yay, I can upload something, hooray. Yeah, so that's gonna be it for today. I'll have the rest of all my other Let's Play parts I'll probably record today and probably upload those tomorrow and the preceding days to follow, so that's gonna be a thing, and then I'll finally finish that stupid Platinum Let's Play and never have to do Let's Plays ever again, so that's the thing that I'm gonna be doing, and then I'll be uploading more battles overall for the next forever pretty much. So that is it, and I will see you guys tomorrow for more Platinum Let's Play thing.